I think, I mean, happy with the top 10 finish, but I think definitely disappointed. Like, I think, I don't know, I'm sure Alicia feels the same way. It's like, I think the top finish is like 6th or 7th, and I feel like we just want to keep like cracking in there and cracking in there. And I think when I got the lap to go, I felt really good, and I was like, it's going to come down to a kick, and you feel like I can maybe be top 5 or top 6. So when they just blast the last 300, it very quickly goes from like, you feel like you're in 5th to like, oh shit, I'm in 9th again. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm happy with how I executed that race. I think it's just more learning experiences. Again, like, I feel like every 5K that I've been in at the global championships is fartlek-y like that, and I feel like I'm getting better at like staying calm when it just like puts a bunch of crap in your legs, just like going and stopping. So yeah, just need to keep working.
Someday we'll put the US on the podium.
Yes. 2 of us in the top, 3 of us in the top.
What do you think about this event? Do you guys think it's so tough to crack? Because this has been like, I think one of the few events that the US hasn't medaled at.
Yeah. It's just such a, you need so much speed and so much strength. It's like such a weird in-between distance. So like, I mean, I think we're both in a position of like, we can just keep on getting better every year. And if we can just make the US more and more competitive, it's like, you have to have more. So, yeah.
I mean, it's like you look at it, I was talking to Jerry before, and it's like, between like Faith, Sagay, Savon, it's like you have people running 351, sub 350, so it's like you're not going to run away from them, and they're going to have speed at the end, so it's like figuring out how to at least like match it or be close.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like adding Faith is big. It's crazy, yeah.
How do you guys feel like physically often coming back from the 10K? Is this something, should you qualify for 2 teams like in the future meet, is it something you want to keep doing?
Kind of go back to the drawing board to figure it out. Like, I definitely was more tired today than I would have been if I hadn't done the 10K, but that also comes with like, you know, the people who just won the race also doubled. So it's just like, honestly, you just have to be so good.
Moral of the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's it. I feel like even, like, I forget if it was last year or something, when like Safon fell in like the prelims, and it's like, oh well, that's take something out of her for the prelim at 5, and it's like, no, like you're so good, so strong. It's like all those rounds, like you have to, bring your A game, whether you double or not.
Thank you very much.
Elise, do you think the 5K is maybe your better event right now? And like, based off of the world champs this year, do you think maybe next year you'd choose to skip the 10 just to focus on it? I know you love the 1500.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I thought of that.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
All right.
Perfect. But yeah, I mean, I kind of thought about that. It's like kind of something that, again, you have to like put out of your mind in those 3 days. Like, I was pretty disappointed with the 10K, and I think I was like waffling kind of back and forth of whether I would double or not before, and I feel like I kind of came to the conclusion of like, I'm just gonna do the 5K, and Jerry was like, I think we should do both. And so I think initially after the 10K, I was like, oh man, I wish I didn't do the 10K. But I think it was a really good experience for me, just in like learning how to like recover and run multiple rounds. And I think also, even for me more so mentally, I think just it was a good like growth experience of like, okay, you have to like let the 10 go and just like completely reset.
It sounds like both of your coaches were really supportive of the idea of doing the double. Sean said the same thing, that it was Jerry convincing him. What is it about doing the double that you think your coaches were behind and supportive? For what reasons?
I think it's just more experience on this level. Like Dathan was like, you're better in the 10K, but if you really want to do the 5K, then you should do it, because I've never done that before and I wanted to push myself in that way, and now that was my first time making it through rounds. So yeah, just like more experience, because in coming years, like that's going to be important.
Yeah, I would say similar experience, and I think also just opportunity. Like, you never know how the race is going to go, and I think, you know, historically, like we were just talking about, like the US has multiple medals in the women's 10, so it's like you never know how that race is going to go and what opportunities will present itself. So I think, you know, if you have the opportunity, you never know what's going to happen from year to year, so kind of like seizing that moment and the opportunity.
You guys have any more races on the schedule, or any more goals you want to hit before the end of the season?
I would do the Diamond League final if I made it. Right now I'm sitting in like 6th or 7th and they take top 10, so see how Brussels goes if anyone moves in front of me, but yeah, I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure, but I'd love to do some shorter races, love to do some 15s, maybe an 8, but we'll see.
800, really? Give us 10K chance, step it down. All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.